Congressman Rich McCormick. Good morning to you, Congressman. I know millions of Americans want to know what's going on right now. And as wasteful and unaffordable as all of this care is, it's the only thing that they got going. So what do we have to do now?
Well, unfortunately, the Democrats want to play games with people's lives. And this is the honest truth. I mean, if you're going to make a compromise, it has to be a compromise. They're trying to rule from the minority. They want to extend the premium tax credits without any other reform to health care whatsoever. That extension alone, which they voted for it to expire, they're the ones that set this up to happen. If it does get extended, it's only going to affect 7% of the population. And instead of their premiums going up by 18%, it'll only go up by 14%. Unfortunately, if they got exactly what they wanted, it's still the wrong answer. It's still not going to affect most Americans. And the ones it does, it's not going to give them the answers that those people want. They think that this is going to be the exact same thing they had before. It's not. Premiums are going up every single year. It's the biggest inflationary cost to Americans, the most expensive thing they have in their lives. And the Democrats not only don't want to have this passed because they want to feel the pain, they think it's going to be an advantage to them in the midterms, but they don't want to do anything to reform a horrible system right now, full of waste, fraud, and abuse. That's not the answer to our future.
Congressman, some would say that Republicans struggle sometimes to energize voters, especially in off-year elections. How do you think this health care fight now will impact the party heading into midterms?
Well, I think it has the potential to be catastrophic, and that's what worries me. And that's why the Democrats are actually using this. They use the government shutdown to try to change the narrative, to try to make this about health care, when in actuality, it wasn't about health care.
Yeah.
The health care collision course that they set us on was due to them. But they're masters at warping the media. They have a lot of media centers on their side. This is all by design to cause a failure that they did and then blame it on us. They're masters at it. They blame slavery on us. They were the party of slavery, not us. We're the ones that got everybody out of that. They are masters at using things that they've created against us, and they're doing it to us again right now. And unfortunately, that 60-vote threshold in the Senate is what's holding us up from some very good solutions to health care.
Yeah, sadly, Congressman, I mean, to your exact point, this was supposed to be the week where the president's affordability message started breaking through. But here we are talking health care by the end of the week. However, Caroline's Levitt highlighting the president's economic record and how it's working to undo the pain of Joe Biden for 4 years. Take a listen.
It's a point of frustration for the president and for myself. I will say that's part of the reason I just kicked off this briefing today, setting the record straight with facts about the economic mess that the president inherited from his predecessor, Joe Biden. And he's focused on digging our country and our economy out of that hole every day. Things are getting better, and they will continue to. And President Trump understands better than any politician in this city the pain that the American consumer has been feeling for years now because of the last administration's policies.
So, Congressman, why not, I hate to say it, and I'm being disagreed with on the show every day on this, why not kick the can down the road for a year or so, get health care off the table so we can talk about the economy and deal with it later?
Well, because this is part of the economy. When Americans, the average family of four spends over $30,000 of their hard-earned cash on something that's unaffordable, the affordability portion is what we're arguing over. If healthcare is not addressed, it will continue to spiral out of control. We're set on this collision course with the Affordable Care Act, which, of course, since you've had that, your premiums have gone up by 90%. It's going to go up by another 10%. That means 100%. If people can't afford things, they're not going to be happy. This is about affordability, so this is at the centerpiece of the most expensive spending item that families have, the most expensive spending item that the government has, the biggest inflationary cost to Americans, and it's the Democrats' fault. And if the government doesn't do something to fix the problem that the government created, the people are going to continue to be unhappy. This is about affordability.
So we only have 30 seconds left, but I got to ask you about Thursday's House Science Committee hearing on the Genesis mission, an initiative that aims to leverage American supercomputing power alongside vast data from the Energy Department. Does this put America ahead of our competition? What do you think of this?
Well, we are ahead of our competition, but they're closing fast. China has almost 50% of all AI research. They have 50% of last year's patents in AI. They're closing fast. They're investing in this. But this will help. This is a step in the right direction, and I'm excited about the private industry marrying up with the government and doing some good things on the technology horizons.
Information, truth, is freedom. Is Newsmax. It's real news for real people.